Strix Edition video card that, unlike all the other 960s, this one has 4 gigabytes of RAM and a faster processor in it. So I'm actually the equivalent of a 970 other than the bus bar speed for the computer. I wanted the 970 when I first made this computer, but there wasn't any in town, and I would have had to wait for it to come in. I should have waited for it to come in. You know, like, that being said, this is a fucking solid little video card. Like, I would not bitch about this video card whatsoever. You've seen me play. I crank usually the friggin' the graphics to the max when it's not supposed to have it. Okay, and I am not overclocking anything in my computer. Yeah. Whatever the computer does, it does on its own.
I never overclock my system. I have no reason to.
Well, the FX system does it on its own. Okay, but it doesn't go over what is factory set. So, and it'll do the same thing, like the graphics card will do the same thing. Running the NVIDIA system, it'll do the same thing, but it won't go over what the factory says is safe. And I'm good with that. The motherboard overclocked the RAM on it, but why? Like, I got 32 gigs. What reason would I have to overclock the RAM on this? If it's using the full 32 gigs, unlike what it's doing right now, I really have to redo my operating so that I get the dual channel back again. Why would I want to do that to my computer? If I want a faster computer, I'll go out and buy a new motherboard, a new processor, a new RAM, and a better fucking video card.
Right. I'm only using
that's how.
My graphics card right now.
That's how you upgrade your system.
Right.
You start, unless I was running like a hyper cooling fucking liquid cooling system, there's no reason for me to it becomes unstable anyways.
Well, yeah, and liquid cooling is a pain in the ass to clean out because you have to go through and clean every single pipe out, every single system.
Well, you can get a close, okay, where you don't add new coolant to it. It doesn't require it. Well, you don't even open up the system. It's enclosed. There's no place for you to put new cooling or coolant. You do have the rad and all that, but there's no place for you to literally put that coolant.
See, I
Doesn't.
was looking for my new PC. I was looking at the cooling systems, and then I was looking at the workstations, and I was like, I don't know if I...
Well, I do have a liquid cooling system in my computer.
Yeah, I don't. I decided not to go with it. I went with a 16 fans with 2 intercooling fans for the motherboard itself. And
Okay, well, I got a bunch of fans. I've got a bunch of fans in my system that I just added because, well, I got an 850 watt power supply. It's a smart power supply. I can add them. I have more than enough for what I'm fucking running. Okay. I have no idea what the TFM is. I've got like I have fair size fans. There's one fan in the front that pulls the air in from the front, and the rest of the fans are pointing back so that it pulls the air out of it.
Yeah, all my fans are stationed on the front. There's only 3 of them that are situated on the back.
I put one in the side of my computer that just pulls the air out of it.
Right.
And then there's one in the back of the computer, and then there's the one on the power supply that literally pulls the air from it.
Right.
The only thing that the fan does that, see my cooler for my processor, it's a block that mounts onto my processor, and it's got all the fan and everything on it, but there are copper tubes
Yeah, I know.
that run through it, and it's an enclosed system. You don't replace fuck all. That's still a liquid cooling system. When it goes to the processor and the processor heats up the coolant in the area,
Oh.
it turns into a gas, sort of like a air conditioning unit, and the gas goes up inside the system, and it runs on like same way you'd do with a cooling or a heating system in your house. Hot air rises, cold air drops. Well, the cooling system, when it gets hot, it expands, it moves up.
Yeah, I know that.
The cold stuff comes in, and it's constantly replacing. There's no pump in it. There's no pump in this thing. It's liquid, but there's no pump in it. There's no fuck all. It just does it through convection. Okay, and then the fan cools the fan that's on it cools the copper lines with all the fins on it, and that's cooling fan. It is a liquid cooling system, but it's not like the fans that have the tubes running out and it's mounted in the top. Same thing. You can have a closed system with that too. You just got to watch the tube.
Right.
Don't slice it. Don't slice a tube, because now you got a problem.
Well, yeah, of course.
Did you know that there's a liquid out there right now? Looks like water. You can drink it like water. It won't hurt you, apparently. But you can totally submerge any fucking electric component into this shit, and it will not fry. Fuck all. Everything will run. Yep.
Well, when they say not supposed to,
No. I've watched them on MythBusters. This is a program on MythBusters.
I know what Mythbuster is.
Okay.
But
It was on MythBusters where they actually submerged everything in this liquid in the room.
I'm sorry, but
And the computer, the fucking computer screens, everything was running, no problem at all. It does not conduct electricity.
I'm sorry, but you couldn't pay me the money in the world, and I would still never do it. There's always that chance. There's always that percentage.
No,
chance.
Seriously, unless you put water in it, the liquid itself does not conduct electricity. Period.
I still want to trust it.
It's not. It's not a. Whatever this shit is, it does not conduct electricity at all. I wouldn't drink it, but they say it's okay.
Why the hell would you drink something like that?
Well, that's the simple thing. It's a chemical. I wouldn't drink it. Period. But they say it's.
Anybody drink it?
They say it as far as bio shit is concerned. Like if you wanted to drink it, it might taste terrible, but you're okay. It won't kill you.
Yeah.
Do I believe it? Do I believe it? I'd like to see somebody drink it before I'd ever fucking put it near my mouth. But
if it was shown on Mythbusters, I'm very skeptical about that, because
Why?
I just am. I mean, I know they test things, but there's always a chance for something to go wrong.
Oh, Christ,
Even
yeah.
after they test it and improve it, right? But yet there's always a chance when somebody else does it after them that it will go horribly, horribly wrong.
Well, this
Therefore, I
is
say
you
screw it.
you can check this out because apparently this is a chemical that the actual fire departments use,
All that stuff.
and it is kind of they if they go into a place where there's an awful lot of electronics, they can actually spray this in, and it will not cause damage to your electronic equipment.
I know what you're talking about, but yeah, it's
Something they have to make. I believe it comes in a powder, and then it mixes with something else, which I don't know what it is.
yeah.
But it's clear like water,
Right.
and like I said, they were skeptical about it too. Okay.
I'll always be skeptical about things. I never do it, even if
Well,
they dare me to.
when you watch somebody submerge their shit in something, you kind of lose your. I mean, I kind of lost my shit over it because, like, holy fuck, why don't they make this stuff for, like? I thought I like it puts out fires, right?
Right.
And I thought to myself, well, yeah, I remember a liquid in my mom's house, and in the farm site, and it was in our trailer, okay. And well, if that went off, you didn't want to be in there
Right.
because it took all the oxygen out of the air.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, yeah, this was a liquid that, yeah, it was nice and clear, and well, how they set off, it was in a glass tube, or well, actually a glass ball, and it hung on your wall, and there was a 22 shell that sensed the heat, and it went off, and it broke the glass. And when that glass went off, you better not have been in there, because it took all the oxygen out of the room, period, gone. And well, like, I mean, it was back in the 60s, 50s, okay, that this was a wonderful fucking product until they realized that fires erupted while people were in bed, and that thing went off, and well, they were dead anyways.
Right.
All their shit was still there, but
Yeah.
without oxygen, nobody breathes.
Right.
So yeah, the house, or the place that I grew up in, was a trailer. Okay, and my mom and dad had that in the trailer, and we went to my wife and I went there years later. My brother that had passed away, that I told you about, he over the trailer that my parents, and there was a fire, and the place burnt to the ground. It burnt right to the fucking ground. But for all of 2 minutes, there was no fire in that place whatsoever, and the the fire department that showed up got to witness it, and they said, like, what the hell just happened there? And my brother said, oh, well, there was a fire extinguisher in there for years ago that I guess it finally sensed the heat, and it went off, and it takes all the air out of And the fire department said, well, that's fucking good to know that we weren't in there when that happened. And we know exactly what you had, and if we had to come in to inspect your trailer, we'd have that was a no-no, because that was taken out a long time ago. Huh?
I can't fill up this little cedar with fertilizer. And
Why?
I don't know. I drive up to the pallets and...
Is it already full?
Now it works. Oh yeah, just gotta drive up dead close to it. What the heck?
Yeah, there's a couple of them out there that just it doesn't work very well.
I put it down when we first put it down on the farm. It worked perfectly. You could be like a foot away from it, have it load up.
Yeah, and on the other map, I've been experiencing the same issues.
Really? How come you never told me?
I did. I said I can't fill this. I'm having a problem getting. And you said, well, you got to open it up. Well, fuck, I got it open up.
I thought you were talking about something else. I will have to look, see if I can find a for that.
Not a big problem.
Well, no, it's just frustrating.
No shit.
It's like, okay,
about that.
Now, let's go.
You know what's really frustrating? Somebody that doesn't fucking listen to you when you're talking to them. Not me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah. Okay, well that didn't fucking work. I'm in the wrong position. I had the ass end, or the narrow end of the tree picking up, and too much weight on one side, not enough on the other. Know what I mean? Yeah, and I've been feeling bad every time Brinks comes in, I have to fuck off. Okay, and like last night, my daughter wanted to play. I don't want to say no to my daughter. No, go play on your own fucking computer. Buy yourself a new one. No, I don't want to do that.
No, it's fine. It was fine.
And I'm not going to say if I got to get up in the fucking morning, I got to get up in the fucking morning.
No,
okay.
Fine, so don't worry about it.
Normally, I like to make my my appointments so that they're done in later on in the day.
Why not have them done in the morning? That way you can get rid of them.
I don't. Well, fuck. You guys are on it. You guys are on in the morning. Okay.
I'm on all the time. I wake up at 8, 9 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and I'm automatically on.
And so am I.
Unless I'm doing college work or something online. That's about it.
Yeah, well, I don't have anything to do. I wake up in the morning and I get onto my system, and that's it. That's what I do. What is the action button there?
Huh?
What is the action? Oh, never mind. I got it.
I don't know what the action button is, and we're playing farming. Oh, that's great.
Like to take the goddamn straps off the trailer that somebody put on here.
You put them on there.
I did.
No, you did.
No, I didn't.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Did you see me do it?
I didn't have to. Doesn't matter. You're the one doing all the logging.
Hang on for a second. What? Not lately. Well, if you want. I haven't taken my pills yet today either, so yeah, well, my pills are, well, I don't know about your pills. Oh, like, sure. I don't need them either. They're only metformin.
I feel like I'm doing deja vu all over again.
There's fucking ribs and there's fucking pulled pork. Take your pick. I'm not doing that. There's more than enough here to eat. It's not my fucking fault.
Oh,
I don't eat it, so it ain't my fault. Yeah, there's fucking pulled pork. There's fucking ribs in the fridge. Go heat the son of a bitch and things up. You can throw it in the oven just like you can throw it in the friggin' microwave. Why don't you? Put it in. Do you not know how to use the fucking oven? Well, about time you learned.
Hey, will you come here for a minute? Brink said he had a problem over in this corner.
What?
Oh, yesterday, when you left, when we started this map up, there's a corner over here on the other side of the shed directly in front of the silage pits. And he was picking up, raking up straw, corn, or grass straw, and he said his ping was rising from like 80 something to like 300 over in this corner, and
Okay, just give me a second.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell it is. Unless it's a map error.
I don't know, dude. Ooh, that was close. What did they say about having your bucket up?
It's bad for your health.
Don't turn at a fast rate.
Shit,
yeah, I just about did that.
Trying to flip yourself?
Yeah, I almost did.
Sounds
Come
good.
on, you piece of crap.
That's how you tip a truck.
Yeah, I know that's how I tip a truck. Fuck. Come on.
Nope.
Oh, you. Yeah.
Can you, bring your bucket?
I'm gonna have to put it down on the ground again and reposition. And I'll be right back. If you want to put it on there. There. Not in it. That's enough for the two of us. Okay, but you want that in there with it. Well, what do you... I'll give her. I believe there's some of that in the fridge too. Apparently you wanted spare ribs. That's what I said. Doesn't look like Chris had any of this. Her fucking problem. There you go. That's as much as you need done. What you doing with that? God damn it. Yeah, I was gonna eat what was on there until it hit the fucking floor. Baffle my brains, you know that? Good, Annie. God damn, that tastes good. You want to put a little bit of water in there, and you want to take some from the other side and put it in the other. Keep going. Okay, that's good. Now crush up that a little bit so that it. Okay. You could probably. A bit of water. Here. Water. Well, then go get a little bit of water. Yeah. I don't know why you put it in. Yeah, that's hamburger. That's supposed to go into something you were supposed to freeze that, but you didn't freeze it, so now it. I guess she'll use it when she gets home. We don't need that much rice, Ma. Come on. Well, then why'd you even say? To me. Oh. Well, then why'd you take it out? Sit. Water. Put not the lid for that one.
Put it in the oven, period. You gotta the other one.
What's this?
Hey, you gotta heat this.
I know you put the lid on that. Yes, I will, Ma. But why is this fucking thing unplugged? Then why didn't you plug it back in? Yeah, I don't know. What thing? What thing? This thing? Where you plug it in? That's a fucking breaker. It has its own fucking breaker. Yes, I know you don't. Yeah. Well, guess what? I've taken the